Hello dear viewers, and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup! We're gonna go back to Granite Grant. Wow, that's a lot of cursed items. That's right, we just finished up the tomb. All of our equipment is cursed. That's pretty funny. Alright, well, let's take care of a little bit of that then, shall we? Okie dokie. So, we got a couple legendary decks of cards, which, I don't want to mess with quite yet. Eventually we may train our evocations and get some stuff going on there, but don't need that. This we may train later. Okay, so what else do we have going on here? We found an amulet, I recall. Don't remember if it was any good. Oh, that's right, we have that stasis amulet. I don't feel like it's good enough to carry around, honestly. We have teleportation effects that we can use to counteract any hostile teleports coming in. Work some more on our Pearl Dragon armor here. +7 now is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. What about these rings? Rings and things. Oh, this resist corrosion blink amulet isn't really all that swell either. I mean, it's fine, but we don't need the ring of ice, I don't think. I don't really like this. It's definitely not our best ring of fire resistance. It seems like we didn't get too much from the tombs, but we got the rune, so, you know, cool. What's our stealth like? Extremely stealthy? What if we put on these boots? We are still extremely stealthy? Seems like it might be fine. It's 2 additional armor class, 2 additional strength for somewhat of a stealth penalty, which, you know. Stealth is kind of incidental for us anyway. I think I'd rather have the straight up combat stats. Okay, so alright, so we've gotten it down to the point where we can put a few of these things on and get it get them uncursed here. I want access to this and this and this and this. Okay. And then we'll put on our wizardry and our nice int boosting ring here. And I think we're gonna want to put on resist mutation. Resist mutation? Yeah. Because we're going to be going back to Pandemonium, I believe, is the next goal here. Do another few levels of that. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have in our inventory? Okay, so yeah, so that Ring of Fire and Resist Cold is... Resist Fire and Resist Cold is the only thing we have that's not uncursed, decursed, whatever. And that's fine. Carry around a potion of Cure Mute with us too, I think, since we are using this Cloak of Preservation. Doobie-doo. Oh, right, and our cool morning star. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Looks about right. We can always pop on the Clarity Amulet if we're going up against a bunch of confuse-inducing nasties. I'm going to look up really quickly here what exactly this Crystal Ball of Energy does. I know you can channel it to get mana, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, so we basically need to have like 10 or 15 evocations at the least to really make use of it, and that's a lot. But it is, it is pretty rough if we fail. Yeah, I won't mess with it just yet. Maybe eventually. Maybe around the time that we use these crazy decks here. Anything else? Spells. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah. Let's reassign Dragon's Call to... There we go. Yeah. That just looks better. Cool. Alrighty, so... Let me just double check, but... I think Pandemonium is our next destination. Do a level or two of that. Maybe just one level. I don't have a ton of time today. Fighting level 25, up to 193 hit points. Getting close to the max. Looks like we'll end up with, shoot, was it 192 before or 190? We'll end up between 195 and 198 when all is said and done. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, oh, that's either decay or strong poison. So let's just inscribe that with and then drop it, and we'll turn that off in our. Can we turn it off if we haven't identified it? No, I guess not. Okay. Well, we'll just know not to drink that. I don't even think decay can actually affect us, but there's no use in risking that not being true, or receiving some other negative effect. Avoiding that Hell Sentinel just because that area with crystal walls and stuff look like kind of might be the flat of a Pandemonium Lord, and I don't really want to mess with those right now. I want to sort of clear out this outer area first, so that we have a safer teleport if we need it, so that we can be assured that we're not likely to have things sneak up on us, although that's never a guarantee with Pandemonium. Things wander around enough that it's a little bit tricky to predict when you will be snuck up upon. Yeah, we're still plenty stealthy. And, you know, a couple extra armor class, a couple extra points of strength, which will sort of have the secondary effect of increasing our shields. I think we got an extra 1 point of shields. We're just, you know, defensive stats are really cool. I like them a lot. Probably more than I ought to be honest. We probably don't need to be as juggernauty as we are, but I'm still okay with it. I mean, we can cast all these really powerful spells. We're not really giving up much to do that. The only thing we're really giving up is the damage conferred upon us by a two-handed weapon. And even that's not too bad. I mean, a great mace would provide us with 3 additional base damage over the evening star that we have, or 5 additional over the morning star that we're using. But it would have to be a really cool great mace to be better with, you know, all of the enchantments and stuff that we have on the ones that we have. So yeah, defensive stats good. Alright, let's approach this somewhat cautiously here. Yeah, what did I tell you? Pandemonium Lord. Who is this? Nukwo. A hairy body with small bat-like wings. Well. Oh, translucent rock walls. We can't smite target through them. That's fine. We can do this, though. Boom. Boom again. Boom a third time. And let's put on an Aura of Abjuration. Play Hoodub's Crystal Spear a couple of times, and we should be fine. Hell Sentinels actually really aren't that scary for us. I mean, it's no walk in the park. They're certainly strong still. Ooh, now that we're being flanked, let's get out of here. Maybe kill this Blood Saint if we can. Yeah, Hell Sentinels they're mostly just really tough. They're like big iron juggernauts. And you know, Hellfire does hurt. It cuts through a lot of your fire resistance. So we are not as good at defending against it as we are some other forms of conflagration. Okay. Couple spears, blast it down. Might as well grab a Potion of Mutation. We never know when it might come in handy. And we haven't seen just a whole ton of them. We have experienced a notable drop in spell power since we lost our Wild Magic mutation. The Firestorm isn't one-shotting things quite as well as it used to. Which, you know, is acceptable. It's not, I'm not happy about it, but we'll get it back eventually. So not worried is basically what I'm getting at here. Okay. And back off up here to where there are just regular old dudes. Minus wizardry. Huh. Some of these effects are rare enough that I'm not super familiar with them. I guess that just made it harder for us to cast spells? Something like that. Okay, let's explore the former Pandemonium Lord's lair here. I don't think there will be a rune. Generally, the level is a bit more unique looking than this, and the Pandemonium Lord is significantly more difficult if there's going to be a rune involved. Nope. No rune. Potion of Cure Mutation. We have so many potions of Cure Mutation now. It's very nice. Fire Magic level 23. Alright. Just sort of auto-exploring, make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, well, we got a nasty mutation right off, so we might as well just cure it right off. Aren't we wearing... Yeah, we're wearing an amulet of resist mutation, so that was just really unlucky. That's fine. Like I said, we've got 9 or 10 of the things now, so we can afford to burn it on a single mutation instead of having to wait for multiple to stack up. Since we have a source of resist mutation anyway. Ooh, boots! Just what I always wanted. Bleh. It's an artifact. We'll pick it up. Especially since we have that manual of long blades. It's not outside of the realm of possibility that we end up training some long blades eventually. What is this wand it was using? An ivory wand. What wands do we have remaining? It's almost assuredly a wand of slowing. Yeah. We are not allowed to use wands of hasting, since we follow Chebritos. Which, you know, is fine. Makes me a little sad, but we'll live. The fact that we get 15 in all 3 of our stats is more than making up for our lack of haste. Though haste is incredibly, incredibly good, don't get me wrong. That central area looks like another Pandemonium Lord Leia. Just wander around, finding some loot. Pandemonium has sort of a mixed bag when it comes to loot. You'll find a reasonable number of consumables of generally decent quality, along with the occasional cool thing. I would compare it to, you know, the Depths or maybe Zot as far as loot goes. It's not as nice as a Ziggurat, for example. The next Ziggurat we come across, by the way, we will be traipsing inside for sure. We may not stay too long depending on what resources we have available to us, but we'll definitely be poking our heads inside any Ziggurat we find. We're powerful enough at this point that we can get through a few levels no matter what. How's Dragon's Call doing? 4%? Cool. Cool. What's its spell power? Is it significantly lower than... Not really. Huh. I'm okay with turning summonings off for now. Dragon's Call is good. It's at a place where we want it. Let's turn on dodging. Get our evasion cranked up a little bit more here. Artifact Flail. Probably not worth using, but you never know. I mean, it's 3 base damage fewer than the Morning Star that we have here. 5 fewer than our Evening Star. And base damage is extra relevant because it determines the scaling of... just blow everything up. Determines the scaling of Flame and Frost brands on it. So, if you know, a Morning Star plus 5 with freezing is going to be better than a Flail plus 8 of freezing. I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So it looks like we may not have a Pandemonium Lord. Oh, wait, no, we still haven't gotten into this central room. There's probably a Pandemonium Lord. Oh, Joshua was a sailor. How's it go? It's a fun song. Oh, that's right. Joshua died a sailor, and Jenny died a flirt, and Jonathan died when something crawled up underneath his shirt, and Jimmy fell from a castle wall 7 stories high. But if the ladies do not kill me, then I'll live until I die. I'm not sure who wrote that, but I recall a bunch of pirates singing that song. Not real pirates, like Somalian pirates, but costumed pirates at a fair. Okay, bring it on, Pandemonium Lord, who is not here. Well, that was anticlimactic. Well, that's fine. Not every level of Pandemonium has to be dangerous and exciting. We'll just take our free experience and loot and carry on. My wayward son. I don't know why I'm in such a musical mood. I think it's perhaps because I'm going slowly insane. Is it a glowing evening star? Probably not very good, but you never know. Alright, we've substantively explored this level. There is no rune, so let's, oh, we don't want a runed scythe. Scythes are terrible. They're even worse than dire flails, and I hate dire flails. Alright, I have time for another level. These have been going fairly rapidly so far. Do. In theory, we could switch gods at some point here, but I can't think of anything better than plus $15 stats. Let's get these guys all lined up in a row. And then bash. Good. Green death, not a problem. Poison is not our foe. We drink poison for breakfast. Blat, 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 blat. Drink this potion of porridge. Potions of porridge are interesting. They provide you with a ton of nutrition, and they can be consumed in one round, as per other potions. Well. There we go. I probably should have seen what life at looked like, but meh. Not too scary, one way or another. There are a few of the Pandemonium lores that are just really strong. I believe Noleg is one of them. Although I think against him we're actually going to be okay, since he relies mainly on Miasma. And Miasma doesn't do anything to us. Again, no rune. Disappointing. Then again, it was a pretty easy fight, so I wasn't expecting all that much. But we'll see if there's any fun loot here. This will probably be my last Pandemonium level, regardless. Before I get back to work. Just expend the boom booms. And then clean up with our Morningstar. We can, if we think we're going to get into a ton of combat, we can switch over to our Evening Star protection. But that's not necessary at the moment. And the resistances granted by this Morningstar are really nice. Oh, hey. We got a wild magic mutation again. That's cool. Kind of like that, actually. Since we are pretty much guaranteed to be able to cast things anyway. Our skills are just high enough. Our intelligence is high enough. A lot of demons spawn on this level. What did we get? Dodging up to level 11. That gave us some more evasion, which is cool. Looks like a couple of points more evasion, which is really cool. At this point, training armor is, well, it's not a moot point by any means, since guaranteed damage reduction of 50% with our current setup means that we will have a nice we'll get an additional guaranteed point of damage reduced for every 2 armor class we gain. So, training armor is not moot, even though, our maximum armor reduction, our maximum damage reduction from armor will increase somewhat insignificantly. The minimum damage reduction is at this point in the game more important. But because our evasion is significantly lower than our armor, we are getting a larger net benefit for each point of evasion that we get. Plus, evasion affects some things that armor does not. Yeah, pretty much the only god that I would consider, even remotely consider switching to, would be the Shining One for the, or maybe Zin for the anti-demons stuff. But, I mean, Chebritos is suiting us just fine, and we get some cool escape buttons. Not that we've really had to use them very much. / at all. We've never had to use Step from Time. But that's fine. I mean, never having to use an escape button means we've either been playing well, or we've gotten lucky. Generally a combination of both, if you're still alive at this point in the game. Fighting level 26, okay, so 196 hit points. So yeah, we might get to 199 or so, 198, 199. Many critters. You'd think we'd be running out by now, but apparently not. I wonder if they aren't just set to infinitely spawn in Pandemonium. That's certainly a possibility, though I somewhat doubt it. Okay, that appears to be everything important about this level. We could do one more level. There was nothing exciting on this level, so we'll go one more after we identify this flail. +6, +10 with freezing and sea invisibility. That's actually not bad. It's the same total damage as our Morning Star, 20 versus 20. The brand is maybe a little weaker, although venom isn't useful against most demons anyway. We'd lose a pip of fire and negative energy resistance, which is currently not awesome. I like having neg energy maxed out and fire at 2. But if we get like a helmet that has those 2 resistances, we can ditch our see invisibility helmet for the flail, or for the new helmet, and use the flail as our source of see invisibility. Whoa, we started just right next to all the action. Okay, Huts. Well. Let's get some fire up in here. And then some Lehudibs. Whoop. Phone call time. I'll see you in a moment, viewers.